Hello everybody, what's up? It's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. I hope that you are all doing well. I am officially back home now, so I figured that I would do just a quick little follow-up to the video that I posted where I was preparing my plants for me to leave for 10 days. Does this make any sense? I wanted to post just a little follow-up to kind of show you how all of the plants did. So that's what this video is going to be. It's not going to be a super in-depth. It's not going to be as long as my like walkthrough videos. I want to try to keep this 20 minutes or less, just to point out any major things that happened while I was gone. So if you want to know everything that I did to prepare my plants for me to be gone for 10 days, I will link that plant chores video down below in the description. I will say that we are now actually on day 12 of my plants not having any care. I've been home for 2 days, kind of. We arrived home late on Tuesday, not even that late, but with the time change and everything, and we had been traveling for 17 hours. So that evening, like nothing was going to be happening. I was so pooped. I just got ready for bed after I picked Olive up from my mom's. And then yesterday was the first full day of being back. But again, I was just so pooped and I didn't even really do that much yesterday. I didn't end up watering the plants. I meant to, but I didn't. And now today, we are on day 12, and I am going to be watering the plants after this video, but I just wanted to do this as like a raw first look at everything. I have not done literally anything with the plants. All I've done is turn back on the lights and the fans, so everything is up and running again. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing some watering this afternoon. But yeah, anyways, so this is gonna be a short video and here I am rambling, so let's just get started. Okay, we'll start here in the living room. I'm actually pretty impressed and surprised at how not thirsty the plants seem. Like even my philodendron Florida Ghost up there, it still has water. Like the water meter is not on empty, it still has water. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, the ones where you can't really, like there's no good or bad changes, I'm not even going to talk about. So these ones look fine. Same with these ones on top of the cabinet, they look fine. I will say I'm noticing a lot of growth on my Hoya polyneura, so I'm wondering if that's because I started doing the spider mite treatment before I left, and yeah, now it's growing, so that must be helping. It has new growth on pretty much every vine, so that's pretty cool. So many baby leaves everywhere. And yeah, like I was saying in one of the last videos, I still have to wash these off better. Okay, so inside the Millsbo wide cabinet, this is where when I was plugging in the fans and the lights and everything, I first noticed like, some things are not looking so good in here. So let's take a peek. This is my first time actually opening the cabinet. First of all, I will say that I do not think it was a good idea to turn the fan off while I was gone. Maybe I should have left the cabinet open a crack. I think that's what I did last year. I don't know why I didn't think of that this year, but yeah, I can definitely see some mold. Not that this is harmful, but it just tells me that there's not enough air circulation. Also my, what is this? What the heck is, oh, the whole grid came down. This is my bulbophyllum orchid, and I thought that just this came down, but in fact the whole grid came down, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyways, this syngonium looks a little bit sad. This was a white leaf, so that doesn't really surprise me, but the whole thing just looks a little, I don't know, it just looks a little worse for wear to me. We do have a new leaf that has emerged right there, so that's nice. But yeah, the plant just isn't really, I think it's kind of looking weird too because the lights were off, so I think it's kind of going more towards the window and it just looks a little bit odd. But the one plant that I noticed is a goner is my Drosera carnivorous plant, which I'm not really surprised because it wasn't doing well before I left. But yeah, I think it's officially not coming back for us, which is too bad. I'll have to get another one. This is my first time trying to grow this plant and I clearly did not do a very good job. My Nepenthes are still doing okay though, so that's great. Other than that, things in here are kind of looking the same. This orchid looks like it has some dead leaves. Could have been from the pest treatment that I did too. These anthuriums pretty much look the same. We'll see how they end up doing. Again, though, we have like molds. It's tough because I'm just not comfortable with leaving things plugged in and running while I'm gone. So I guess I just kind of have to deal with the consequences, but I think it would have been better for sure if I left the fan running in here. We actually have a new leaf coming in on my philodendron patriciae, so I was really excited to see that. This is in a self-watering pot, so it still, you know, had water while I was gone. It didn't dry out. I think all of my self-watering pots still stayed watered while I was gone, which is really nice. That's another one, my Hoya Kalimantan. My larger hanging Hoyas all look good. They're very resilient, so I would be surprised if they were not looking good. Like, I probably only water them every 10 to 14 days anyways. Oh, the spider's coming down. Hello? Oh my gosh. The plants on my calyx look pretty good. No really negative consequences that I've seen. This does feel a little bit thirsty, like the leaf feels a little thinner than normal, so it's probably due for water. It's also producing an inflow, so yeah, this one is definitely dry. My Begonia polensis, which we prepared with a bit of a water reservoir, definitely used up all the water while I was gone, but it's not dry. It stayed quite moist, so that honestly worked perfectly for this plant. I definitely recommend trying that out if you are going to be leaving a thirstier plant for a longer period of time. I filled it up about an inch, and that seems to have worked really, really well. My wire poles that I didn't wrap or didn't do anything to are obviously bone dry, so those are going to need to be watered today when I do my watering. But my pole that I wrapped, my philodendron verrucosum, we wrapped this up before I left, and it is still moist, and look at the aerials. Like, this worked so well. I was saying to my boyfriend, I was like, I should keep this wrapped all the time because it's literally still moist. I'm kind of shook at just how well that worked. So I'm really glad that I did that. Wrapping the pole and using the reservoir for Thirsty Begonia worked awesome. So I'm really, really happy about those because obviously these are plants that I just really love, and I'm willing to kind of put the extra work in to keep them happy. I'm gonna have to unwrap him and pin these into the pole, and it's also almost at the top, which is crazy. What else is cool though is that my Rousseau poles actually stayed moist as well, which just goes to show like how much lower maintenance these closed back poles are compared to the wire poles, because yeah, this is like, it's due for water, but it's still moist. It's not bone dry by any means. So I am really impressed with that, honestly. I was definitely worried about my pinguiculas when I left. These are probably the plants that I was the most worried about, just because I don't know, I was just worried about them getting bone dry, which they are quite dry now, but they did fine. Like, they look great. They look pretty much exactly how they looked when I left, so I really couldn't ask for better results. I'm obviously gonna water them today, but this one's even still flowering. Like, yeah, oh, it's still even moist. You can see the water, the like condensation in there. I filled them up higher than I normally do before I left, and that just tied them over, I guess. Okay, I have an annoying update here for my alocasia Jacqueline. The aphids have found her. So I know it's backlit, the lighting is not good, but oh my God, they look disgusting. They look disgusting. I'm gonna have to shower these all off today, but yeah, she has aphids on her, which is just like so annoying. This alocasia, I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of tempted to just cut that leaf off and just grow it out from the corm. I don't know if that's a bad idea, but I'm so tired of battling pests on this plant. I love her so much too, so it's super annoying. I treated her with the DIY pest spray before I left, but obviously that did not last the whole time I was gone, so needs to be sprayed again and needs to be like kept up with being sprayed probably every 5 or so days. My Hoyas up top look fine as well. They look the same to me. There's no need to take them down right now. Same with these philodendron up here, they look fine. The orange marmalade looks a little bit curled, if you can see the leaves. So perhaps it's thirsty. Again, I'll be watering tonight, so hopefully that will resolve. Now, my Cebu Blue is not looking great. My goodness, this plant has been having a rough time. It got attacked by aphids and I treated it, and then the pest solution really messed up the new leaf. Like, look at that. And now it unfurled while I was gone, and now it's looking like this. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And these leaves have dried up down there, which is fine, but like, this plant doesn't really have a lot of leaves left. I don't even know. She's a hot mess. Okay, down here, I have not even really looked down here yet. Let's see what's going on. Some of these plants were looking kind of rough before, so this looks thirsty. Gonna have to do some watering. These, I was gonna call them Halloween cactus. Holiday cactus are fine. These are like rooted now, I think, these cuttings, so I'll be able to pot those up sometime soon. This cutting of my Begonia polensis clearly perished, but I have this one right here, which still seems to be doing well, so that's good. Also, my Monstera aurea props have been working on some new leaves. That's cool. Philodendron Majestic is looking stunning. It's funny because I treated all the plants with the same pest solution, but some of the plants did not get damaged at all. Like this fresh new leaf looks just beautiful, but then other plants got like decimated by it, so I don't know what the heck. We have a new leaf on the Philodendron Splendid here. This still needs to be extended. Oh, it's so bad, but it doesn't even seem to care. Philodendron Splendid is just so, like, it just wants to grow. So yeah, growing right off the pole and still giving me beautiful leaves. We have a new leaf coming in on my Philodendron Red Anderson, and it actually looks like it's going to be a pretty good size. So I'm really curious to see that. And then over here where my two big poles are, we actually have a brand new leaf on my Philodendron Glorious, which is exciting. So this leaf has been grown completely without grow lights, and it's still a pretty decent size. This looks like it's just unfurled pretty recently, so it was emerging when I left. So I was anticipating to have a new leaf on this plant when I came home, and I'm really glad that it just came out nicely. Like, it looks beautiful, and yeah, we'll see how big it expands to. The Esqueleto has also been putting in some work. You can see it is producing a new leaf right here, so that is stunning as well. This Alocasia Maharani is being completely attacked by mealybugs still. I had this so clean and treated before I left, and then I come back and there's mealies on it again, and also put out this super janky new leaf. This is the first new leaf it's given me in a long time, and it's janky. So yeah, not a great update on that one. I don't know why the mealies are so obsessed with this Alocasia. Maybe because it has a thicker leaf. I don't know, but they love it. Let's see, is anything going on up here with my dragon? I don't think so. Or is this a new baby leaf? This might be new. I'm not sure. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Still waiting for something to happen with this plant. We do have a new leaf emerging on my variegated micans, and I'm really excited to see what that's gonna look like because this plant reverted on me. So this is gonna be, it doesn't really look very, well, it could be. We'll see. We'll see. These are plants that are new to my collection. I just got them not long before I left, and they're looking great. This is Solanum oleanum, and they honestly still look perfect. So that is great. It's always sketchy getting new plants right before you leave. Probably my favorite new leaf that I've come home to is on my Alocasia Frydek. It looks like a half moon-ish leaf. It's so pretty. Like, I can't believe she put that out. I did not have this grow light on at all, and she still popped that out. Like, she is just the best. Y'all know I'm obsessed with this plant. It is just, it's everything. It's so pretty. Although I can see that the spider mites, it's not as bad as it was, but I can see that they are creeping back in. So I will for sure be treating her. yeah, she's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. New leaf on my Syngonium. Frosted Heart came in as well, little cutie. Down here, these are some of my mealy Hoyas. They actually don't look bad though. I'm kind of shocked by that. I mean, I'm sure there's mealies on here. Yeah, I can see the odd one, but definitely not as bad as they've been before. These two are the ones that struggle with mealies, but this one doesn't look bad either. I'm surprised by that, but that's good. Oh my gosh, my Alba put out a new leaf, you guys. Oh, I didn't even know that. That is crazy. You put out this whole freaking leaf while I was gone. I mean, it is a small leaf and it does look damaged, which I'm guessing is from the treatment that I did before I left. But what the heck? That's still so cool that she put out this leaf. She put this one out not even that long ago. So I'm surprised. That's really exciting though. Looks gorgeously variegated. That's cool. I'm gonna need to find a better spot for her soon. And you can see that she still has water in there. So she had water, but she did not have light. These Hoya obovata just kind of look the same. My super thirsty purple haze begonia here actually looks like it's fared really well. I did fill up this mushroom watering globe before I left, but obviously she used up all that water and she's not completely wilted over. So I'm calling that a win for sure. The rest of I was a little nervous because I had just potted up a lot of plants like this Rhaphidophora, which it's pushed out a leaf. It looks like it's all variegated, unfortunately. And these Hoya I had just potted up before I left. It actually looks like the Paradisia has put out some really nice new leaves. Look at those. That's gorgeous. So I'm glad that those did well because I was nervous about them just like drying out too much. I came home to lots of blooms in my pingdom. Flowers everywhere, which is so cute. Seems to have been happy. Probably happier now that the light is back on though. And then down here, no big changes really. I'm really curious. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, she's rooting, you guys. Oh, that is such good news. In a video that went up a few weeks ago, I chopped this Anthurium moodianum up and restarted it as cuttings, rooting in perlite, and look at that. We have a fresh new root. That is amazing. Oh, I am so glad to see that. I feel like this chunky perlite is really good for rooting plants that have chunkier roots like Monstera, Anthurium. I have tried a philodendron and it didn't go as well as the Monstera and Anthurium, but yeah, plants that have chunkier roots seem to really enjoy this like super jumbo perlite. It hasn't even been that long, so I'm super impressed by that. Really, really happy actually. Okay, I just knocked that down. Great, but it looks good. This is my Hoya vitellenioides. I feel like that is a hard name to say. Oh yeah, this Alocasia longiloba popped a new leaf as well. It has a bit of a hole in it, but other than that, it looks okay. All the plants in the Millsbow Tall look, actually that's not true. Some of them don't look that good. Let's take a peek here. I potted this Pubicalyx silver up before I left, which I'm glad that I did because I feel like it would have dried out if I hadn't. So the ones on the top all look all right, but when we go down to the lower level, we have, well, I noticed all of the leaves that had come off my Begonia malacosticta, which it's never looked like that before. So, I mean, I think it's just dry, but that's pretty bad. So I'm definitely gonna take insurance cuttings for this when I water it because yeah, I would be so sad to lose this plant. It's so, so pretty. Also, the other one that doesn't look too hot is my Anthurium veitchii. I'm not really sure what is going on with this, if this is just normal, like these are older leaves, so perhaps just, I don't know, it's letting go of them. It was just the time to let go of them. I don't know, but I noticed that 2 of them are yellow, which seems kind of sus, but could be normal. So yeah, we'll see. My Anthurium amedrium is finally growing and I really want to get that potted. Other than those 2, the plants all look okay. And then I'll just quickly do a little update of the plant wall. There's really nothing to say. They look exactly the same as when I left. So yeah, I mean, no news is good news. And everyone else seems okay. This begonia is still doing well. She's blooming, which we saw in my last walkthrough update video. Super, super cute. Okay, so that's it. That is my quick little update of how the plants did. Like I said, tonight I'm going to be watering, so I'm gonna queue up some plant chores videos to watch. When I was gone, every time I saw a video posted that I want to watch, I just added to my watch later playlist, because obviously I wasn't watching YouTube on my trip. So now it's nice because I have so many videos to catch up on. So I'm definitely going to watch some of those while I'm watering. But yeah, that's it. I hope that y'all are doing well. I hope that you enjoyed the uploads that I posted while I was gone. We are back to somewhat real-time posting now because I've uploaded all of my pre-filmed footage. So yeah, I'm back to regular scheduled programming. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.